What's up, everybody? We're back, Boulder Station, doing another roulette video. Sorry I've been gone from roulette for quite a while, but we've been really busy and all we felt like playing was bubble craps. But I'm getting back into roulette. I'm digging in, doing some strategies. But I kind of wanted to go over something today to show you guys something a little different. One of my favorite strategies that I like to do is... What's going on here? Oh, the ball's in play. One of my favorite strategies that I like to do on higher stakes tables, on live tables, is to play a quarter or 1 unit on the 1 to 18 and 1 on the 25 to 36. It's kind of a low hit rate system, but you're hedging. Basically, this half of the table, you're getting your money back, and this is your hit, right? So you can go based on what's been hitting more frequently, which is like what I'm doing right now. I'm going after the third dozen because it seems to be hitting more. So we're going to use the first half as a hedge. But what I wanted to do is, rather than sitting here through a bunch of misses and stuff like that, so you could go for 4, 5, 6, 7 spins without hitting. What I like to do is sometimes I'll add money even if I hit the hedge. So that way you're making money every spin. You're just risking more, but the coverage is so high that you're eventually going to get a hit at some point. All right, so we get the 18 and see, like, that's a hedge hit. So now what I can do if I want, because we hit the hedge, I can add my unit back. If you see, we broke even, we're in for 10, but I can add my unit back here, and then I can add another one. So now I'm making 25 cents per spin if it hits. And in the sense of martingaling, this is just like playing a double dozen. You're kind of doing the same equity, except what you're doing is giving up some of the equity for more table coverage at the expense of making money. You're breaking even more often than not. So if you do go with this progression, you can martingale out of it, and you should get a decent hit rate. In my experience, when doing something like this, I find that I have pretty good success as long as you don't stay too long. With most roulette systems, oh, that's a 23, so there we go, we get a miss. So look at that, we're gonna get an example to show you. So we're in for 10, we're sitting at 9, we're gonna repeat the bet, and in order to martingale, we have to do exactly what we would do on the double dozen, so we can't just double. Oh, it won't let you do that. See, this machine limits your bets, so you got to go up here first and then down here. But now we're martingaling the loss, and we're hoping to get that third dozen hit, and we're going to recoup all of our units. So we're at $6 right now. We're in for 10, so we're roughly a little bit less than 50% the way through our starting amount. And let's see what happens when we get a hit. So it's going to put us back up, and we're going to be in the profit, and then we're going to start all over. And you don't have to... Oh, we get a 12, so that's a hedge hit. So once again, see, that's the beauty of this, is that you don't necessarily lose it. You get another chance. So we get our money back, and now let's clear it down so you can see. So we're back to 9. And if we get the win here, we're going to be at 1050. So we would have gained. And this is where I can do, once again... Oh, we got to start up here. You can add and add. So that's what I'm going to do until we get that hit, and then we're going to keep profiting. You're not getting many dead spins this way. You're just kind of, even though you're breaking even, you're adding a little more out of your bankroll. So we're at 550. Let's see what we got here. Hopefully you guys can see the ball pretty good. This is the first time trying to do it on this. The other table's full right now, so I had to make use of the stadium one. But let's get that third dozen. Let's get a good hit here. Oh, we get a 12, so that's another hedge hit. And you can decide to slow down if you want. You don't have to keep going and hitting the gas, but this is something you can kind of do at your liking. But once again, you're just kind of hoping that, I mean, out of every 10 spins, you should hit about 3 of these is about what it comes out to. So, you know, the longer you can survive while adding or increasing your units, the better off you're going to be. Let's go ahead and add a little more right now. So we're at 2 and 2. If we get that, we'll get a $6 hit, so then we'll be at $11, which will give us $1 profit. And once again, it's exactly like martingaling the double dozens, except for you're giving up some equity for the hedging purposes. Let's get that hit. Big dozen, high dozen, come on. We got faith. 22. Oh no, so we get a loss again. And now this is where I don't have enough to... what was I going to say? Martingale completely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick another 10 in, and I'm going to double from here. And once again, this is kind of controlling the pace of play a little bit. So I'm going to go 2 and 2. All right, we got our money loaded in there. Oh, won't let me do it once again. All right, so we got 4 and 4 out there. So we have $8 in play, $7 in the bank. We're in for 20 total. And then once we get a hit here, we can decide how low we want to drop our units back down to. We don't have to start at the base level, but we can start halfway, or 3 units up, 5 units up, 9, so we get a hedge hit. And now, because we're already down, I'm not going to add. I'm just going to try to roll with it and see if we can get it here. So once again, we're risking 8, and if we get this, we're still going to be down. So we'll be at 19 total, but that's not too bad considering. And then we can restart our progression that we had going at whatever base units we want. So if you want to start at 1, you can. If you want to start at 2, you can. It just depends on how fast you want to try to recover. All right, let's get our screen up here. All right, let's get a big dozen here. It's gone missing since we started playing, but that's usually what happens. So let's dig ourselves out of this hole. We are 6 minutes in. We have yet to get a hit. We're gonna get it here. Oh, what was that? That should have been the 29. We got the 8. All right, so once again, this is, you know, if you were playing the double dozens and you were playing the second and third dozen right now, I mean, you would have taken 2 hits, 3, 4 hits within the last 5 spins. So once again, this is kind of a way to spread out the risk and mitigate it at the expense of being able to gain units as rapidly. But if you do the progression, let's make sure we get our units off there. If you do the progression and you know, you keep up with it, you can stay pretty close to break even if you go pretty deep. All right, let's go. It's been what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spins since the last high dozen. Let's get it. 3 again. Wow. Or 3 low side again. So look at that. And this just shows you this. Anything can happen in roulette. You know, you can't bank on anything or probabilities coming true. You just got to you got to get lucky. So here we go. We're sticking with it. 4 and 4. I could bump it up a little bit, but I think we're going to stick with this and see how we do. And, you know, you can decide to go as far as you want or as deep as you want. You know, I didn't even have to go this deep already. I could have been doing a much shallower progression, but I chose to be a little bit more on the aggressive side. We'll see if it works out for us. Hoping for that high dozen. All right, let's get it. Come on. I'm feeling 35. Let's get it. Right here. Oh, 26. We'll take it. All right, so as you see, we got the hit there. We get the $8 win. So we were 4 and 4 after going pretty deep. We're going to clear it down, and we're back to 19. So that puts us in a great position. And now, once again, we can decide where we want to start. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at 50. So I'll start at 2 units. And once again, this interblock roulette machine, you got to be careful. It won't let you bet certain spots, so you have to do it in certain orders. Like you can see that it would let me bet the third dozen. I have to bet that before I place that because it doesn't want you to get ahead. It doesn't want you to put 2 units on half the table to 1 unit on the single dozen. So it will not let you do that. But let's see if we can get another hit here, and this will be another 50-cent gain. So 1 more hit after that, and we'll be even. And once again, if we do get a miss, we can continue doing what we were doing before. All right, so we get a 6. And basically, you're hypothetically, you're using your bankroll to fund the hedge hits. You're taking them as assumed hits, or you're trying to gain the equity from realizing each spin. So, but you have to do that from your own bankroll rather than from the wins. But eventually, you know, like as you just saw, that all the dozens show up eventually. I mean, you won't sit for an hour and see a dozen go cold. I mean, you could, but it's not very probable. So it's kind of a good system to play if you can navigate the bet sizing and withstand some losses, but still be comfortable. All right, let's get the high dozen. Let's get our second hit here. We went way too deep on that first one. All right, there we go, 30. So we added 1 there, and you can see we're going to be 25 cents shy, so we'll be at 19.75, 25 cents shy of our initial buy-in. And scanning over there, we're at 19.75. So let's go for the win. Let's go 50-cent units. Let's stick with that. And you can switch dozens if you want. I'm sticking to this 1 dozen for now because, I don't know, I probably shouldn't. Now looking at all these, it looks like the cold dozen is the high dozen. I mean, there's a lot of low dozens here. But we'll stick with it. I like to stick with what I do. If you've watched any of my videos before, you'll hear me say it causes mental torment. I can't tell you how many times I've switched and it doesn't work out. And when it doesn't work out, it's torture. So I find it easier to stick with the same bets. Let's get another hit here. Come on, put us up. All right, there we go. But yeah, you can kind of see the beauty of the system already. It gives you the ability to hit the gas or hit the brakes however you see fit, however you see necessary. And once again, just because you're hedging doesn't mean that you have to miss out on those units. When you're doing a high hit rate system like this, you can afford to actually add your own money on the hedge hits. The only spots that you're going to get in trouble are the 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and the zeros when you're playing this exact pattern or layout that I am. But as I was saying before, I don't know the math on it, but you should see quite a few hits in an hour on every dozen. So if you custom tailor the bet sizes to fit your style of play, this can be very successful. All right, so we're gonna get a loss there, I think. Yep, we get the 20, so we're gonna get a loss there. And I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna martingale it to 150. So we're gonna try to recoup our initial unit plus the ones that we added. All right, we got to move that up there. I keep forgetting. I play the Ruse Roulette at South Point, and you can play anywhere on the table. The only downside to that is that there's a $2 min, so here you have a 25-cent min, which is awesome for demonstration purposes or doing strategies or testing things. It's much better than playing an app for free that could be fixed in terms of giving you an advantage so that you play it more. So just my perspective, and I tend to do really well on apps, and those same systems don't do the same when I go to the casino. Oh, 25. All right, we'll take that. So our martingale is going to work out, and as you see, we're going to recoup all of those units that we put on the line. All right, so we're at 2075 now, and we've gained essentially 3 base units through all of our trouble, but we haven't gone on a good streak yet. We've had to come from behind or work our way out of the hole, so to speak. So let's see what happens if we go for a few more units. I'm going to start we started at 25 cents, the base units. I'm going to start at 50 cents now. I've been doing that ever since we recovered. So we went $4 and $4 in order to recover, and now we're back down to 50-cent base units rather than 25, trying to gain them more rapidly. But let's see, 19. Oh, that's a dirty number. We are getting the dirty numbers, but this is what happens. So it does hit, but as long as you're in control, you have a big enough bankroll, and your bet sizes aren't too high, you can withstand it. You have some tolerance to play with. So let's do the same thing we did last time. We're going to go 150 and 150. Try to gain those units. So right now we would just be gaining 50 cents on our 1075. So if we get a hit here, we should be at 1125 if my math is correct. We're at 1675, or excuse me, we would be at 2125. There we go, because we're in for 20. I forgot we added 10. Get a little dicey there in the beginning, but that's what happens. That's roulette. That's gambling. Never gamble more than you can afford to lose. Always remember to have fun. Oh, I thought that was going to be the 0. That was close to being dirty. All right, so we get a hedge hit. And now I'm going to demonstrate what I was telling you before. So now if I said that we were going to be at 21.25 and I add a quarter here, so I add 175 and 175, that means that we are going to be at 21.50. So we're actually gaining, even though we didn't realize any profit from that spin or a loss, it was neutral. We can actually take advantage of the fact that we had our hedge out there, and we can add more money rather than using a progression to add more money, if that makes sense. But I hope I'm demonstrating this well. I hope you guys can see the beauty of this system. When I first started playing, this is one that I found after attempting the double dozens, and kind of sometimes you hit streaks with the double dozens that aren't favorable. I'm sure you've been there before if you played. So, all right, we get another hedge hit. And I could go to 2 here, but I think I'm going to stick at the 175 just for the demonstration purposes. Like I said, I think we were going to be at 21.25, so now we'll be at 21.50. And we'll just see if we can get that, and then we'll kind of have that money to play with. We can put the profit in play. You can take it if you're playing for higher units, if you're playing for higher stakes anyway. Maybe you only need 1 or 2 wins, and that's it. Maybe your units are $25 a piece, and you're looking to get $50. So a lot of roulette, from my experience, you're better off with playing systems and playing for short bursts of time rather than the long run. It is a high house edge game, so it tends to eat away if you try to make a whole day of it. Oh, 20, look at that. Come on. Unreal. All right, so let's repeat. And then, let's see here. Let's double. All right, so we're at 350 units. So this would give us, so we would be just down if we get this. We would need to do, what, another 175 on top to try to capitalize. I should probably add a little bit more. Maybe I should go with those $4 units, but we'll see what happens here. We're 15 minutes in. I like to keep it around 10 to 15 minutes for these videos or demonstrations, so let's go. Let's get that high dozen. And once again, it looks like I'm playing the wrong side of the table. All right, 24, there we go. Oh no, what am I talking about? Oh, we get a miss, that's brutal. And now, you know, so I don't have enough to keep going right here. I can't martingale. So the tough part is I'm down 50% of my roll. So now what I like to do, I guess this is kind of a good thing for this demonstration, but what I'll do is I'll start my base units a lot higher. So now I'll go to $1, $1, and then I'll work my way up. You know, I can essentially, after every hedge hit now, because we haven't hit for quite a while, I can go 50 cents or, you know, whatever to try to recover as many units as fast as I want. But we'll see how fast we can recover here. But this is just a real life example of what happens. So let's see if we can get it. Let's go. High dozen, come on. There we go. Of course, not when we have the monies out there though. All right, so we win $1 on that. We're gonna clear it down and we are at 10.25. And now what I'm gonna do is go 150. So essentially we're putting the profit back out there, we're parlaying it and seeing if we can get a nice little run going. All right, let's keep going. We got the momentum on our side now. Let's keep getting those high dozens. I think we're due for a little run here, a nice little streak. Looks like the low dozens had their run. Middle dozens have been hitting, as we know, because we've been losing units. But we're gonna get it, we're confident. We're gonna get a nice little run. 8, that's a hedge hit. All right, so let's repeat that bet, and then once again, let's go for 2. There we go, $2 each. So if we get this, this will put us back to 12.25, and we're gonna fight back, we're gonna claw back, and then we're gonna get a profit. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna show you the beauty of this system and how flexible it is between hitting the gas or needing to hit the brakes like we're doing right now. All right, let's go. Let's get that high dozen. Come on. 2 in a row. Or, sorry, 2 in the past 3. All right, there we go, 32, so we get it once again. All right, so that's a nice little gain. We'll take that. All right, so we're at 12.25 and we are in for 20. So now let's go with our base units again. See if we can get a nice little run here. We're feeling good. Look at that. 19, 20, 24. A few hedge hits in between, but that did us dirty right there. All right, we got $2 out there. $1 is our base units right now that we're starting at for this level, for this series of spins. Let's see if we can get it right here off the rip. That'd be nice. 19. Wow, it is doing us dirty. It is doing us dirty. All right, so now let's repeat. And let's go 3. And 3. All right, let's get it. Come on. And just for some insurance, we're gonna play that 0 right now. It hasn't hit for quite a while. It's gonna do us dirty, I feel like. So we're taking some of our equity. If we hit that, we're losing a quarter from it. If we hit that, we're losing a quarter from our profit. But it's good to play those just in case. All right, let's go. Come on, let's get it. High dozen, high dozen. Woo. All right, so we are down to 10. We are halfway through our roll. We are looking for that hit. We got 3 and 3 out there with a quarter. And now I think it'll let me put this here because we're so, nope, maybe there, nope, or sorry. There, no, there, no. So this, like I said, it limits you. Sometimes it'll let you if you have enough bets on another one and it makes another bet negative. Technically, it'll let you because it's negative EV for you and positive EV for the casino. But let's get that third dozen here. Positive vibes. Let's go. Make it happen. Come on. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Come on. Ooh, that was so close to the 17. All right, so we get it there. Nice little win back there. We claw it back. All right, so we're at 1275. And now let's go 150, 150. All right, so we are starting at 150 units for this round, hoping to get another one back to back. If we do, that would put us at 450, almost $15 back. But once again, this is going to be a little bit longer than I anticipated, just because this does happen. But you tend to get ahead more often than not doing this. I did go a little steep on my progression and got in trouble there in the beginning, and then had to dig out. So I could have, taken a more mild approach, but we're okay with it. Let's go. There we go. Another one. And that's what we like to see. Getting those units back, clawing back. But this is what happens. And if you follow me along, I'm always digging myself out of a hole. So this is nothing out of the ordinary. All right, now let's go. Because we have the flexibility here, let's stick with 150 actually. I think that's proper. I'm gonna put a quarter on that zero. Oh no, it won't. See? Because I don't have enough, it won't let me. And that's, once again, the downside of this interblock machine is that it limits your bets depending on how you try to place them. So you can't play all systems. You have to be really, you can't really do high coverage systems. You can do this, but it has to be a hedge. It won't let you get the advantage for the hit rate. All right, let's get another high dozen. Come on. Ooh, there we go. That was almost a zero. All right, another high dozen. Look at that. All right, so we are making a comeback here. 1575. We are in for 20. Now let's drop it down to 125, 125. Just because we can, just to demonstrate the variations that you can do. And once again, you don't necessarily have to hit the gas or the brakes, but had we hit the gas full throttle, or had we put more money in there, we probably would have made it out. So you can see if you do go deeper, it can be worth it. You should survive some stretches as long as you have enough padding. $20 is kind of tight for the progression that I took on, but that's all right. We're gonna get out of it and we're gonna get that win. 12, all right, we can get a hedge hit. That's all right, we can withstand a hedge hit. All right, now we're looking for that third dozen. Once again, we got a nice little streak going on right here. So ever since we got 31, 32, 32 is not back to back, but in close frequency. 26, 27, all right. So that's usually what happens. Sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's hot. Usually it doesn't run to the expectation or probability that it should. So just be prepared for that. And it looks like in the beginning I picked the wrong side of the table, but that's all right. That's the gambling aspect. You got to do. You got to place your bets somewhere. So, oh, what is that going? Oh, 26. All right, look at this. What a run! Why doesn't this happen in the beginning when I play? I always ask myself that. Why I'm always having to dig myself out of a hole. So here we are. We are back up to $17, and let's go 150 again. Let's put it out there. Oh. Once again, interblock does not want us to do that. You cannot get the advantage. And now, let's see, nope, won't let me. So it wouldn't let me on 125s, won't let me on 150. I think it'll let me on $2 because I think it'll be break even if we hit the zeros split. Whoa. That was a weird bounce. In and out. All right, so we're in for 24 minutes. We got 2 hedge hits back to back. We're at 1550 in the bank. Let's go ahead and add those quarters. Although when I do, that's when it seems to punish me. So let's see what happens here. We're at 1350 in the bank. We're in for 20. We were initially in for 10, but we had to add more in order to stay alive and maintain our digging out of the hole. Our persistence in trying to dig out of the hole. All right, let's get it. Come on. Let's make it happen right here. Third dozen. There we go. Another hit. Look at that. And that's why you don't switch. Imagine if I switched right now, how upset I would be or how disappointed I'd be with myself for not sticking with my guns. So look at that. Unreal. The beauty of the system. And like I said, unfortunately, I didn't get to show you right off the rip what happens, but hey, that's what happens. So you know what? If we go for our 150 unit amount one more time, that will put us back up. We will have dug out of the hole. We'll be at 20. This is 25 minutes right now. I think I've demonstrated what you can do, so I think I might call it there. I might do a part 2 to try to show a more successful version, but hey, digging out of the hole successfully is just as good as coming away with a win in my head, so from my perspective. Let's get that high dozen once again. Come on, 29. Smack it. Oh, 21. I spoke too soon. Yep, that's what happens. All right, so now, let's see, what do we want to do here? We can repeat, and let's add $1. All right, there we go. Let's add, all right, we're at 275 on the first half, 275 on the third dozen. The highest we've gone for the progression so far is $4. It's worked out every time in the past. Will it continue to work out for us again? We're in for 20. We have 1025 in the bank, 550 in play right now. Let's get that high dozen. Stay running good. Come on. Come on, right here, high dozen. 14, all right, that's a hedge hit. We'll take it. We will take it. So clearing it down, we're at 1575. 1575, 1775. You know what? I'm thinking let's go for 2 to get the win, because let's see here. I'm not doing myself much favor by getting the extra 75 cents. Actually, you know what? We'll stick with it for now. If it doesn't happen here, if we get another hedge hit, we'll drop to 2. But once again, just a variation you can do. I'm trying to think of how I want to approach closing it out. You know, I just want to get myself back in the profit. I don't really need to kill it or, you know, get that much higher. There's really not much of a difference between making 25 cents or $1 at this point. So let's just get that third dozen. Oh, that was dirty. All right, so we got what? 2 hedge hits in a row. A loss, 2 hedge hits. Let's just go 2. Oh, always forgetting. We gotta get started up there and come down here. All right, so that leaves us with 1175 in the bank, and that's kind of a regression rather than a progression. But once again, we've made some leeway. There's no need to give it all up now. We can probably pull it off in 2 hits. So if we get this, we'll be back up to 1775, and then we can, you know, go for the win there or go for the tie. But let's see what we can do here. Let's get that high dozen, third dozen. Come on. We are 28 minutes in. I'm seeing 29. I'm looking at it. Oh, 8. So that's another hedge hit. And this is an instance where switching sides of the tables would have worked out well. Actually, you know what? No, excuse me. We would have got the 14 as a loss, so it would have probably worked out about the same. Yeah, 14's a loss. Yeah, about the same as where we're at now. So that's kind of your vulnerability or gap right there. Is depending on which side you're playing, you're always going to have this exposed. And for some reason, the ball finds it. You know, you don't. It's weird. I go on runs where the dozens run colder than those than that street, than those 2 the double street or the 2 single streets. Sorry. It's kind of interesting to think about, but it happens. It's roulette, or is it this ETG? All right, let's go. Let's get it. High dozen. Come on. Oh, there we go. All right, 31. Wish we stuck with our guns, but we would only gain 75 cents more. So let's see. Let's clear it down. We're at 1775. All right, so now if we go, what, 125, that would put us at 19, and then another 125 will get us a win. So let's go for 2 more. We're going to divide it up, and that's kind of the way that, you know, you want to look at it. Is you set your target. You look at what you want to accomplish, how many hits that you would need to get there, what progression you would need. It's kind of like chess, you know. You want to think ahead. You want to be ahead of the bets. You always want to know what you're doing before it comes time to do what you're doing. All right, let's go. Half hour in. Let's make it happen. High dozen, high dozen. Oh, 19. Look at that. Come on. Good thing we dropped down, though, because that would have been punished. A lot harder than we were. And now let's go 225. All right, so we're going to go 2, and then 2, 25, 25. All right, let's go. Let's get it. Here we go. Make it happen. We want that third dozen. That will put us back up to 675, 1750. And then 250 will win it for us, or we'll get up to where we were, or 125, 125 wins, but we'll figure out when we get there. Figure out what happens here. Let's go. High dozen. Come on. There we go. All right. Nice job. Woohoo! And this is an exciting way to play, you know. All right, so we're at 1750. Let's go ahead and go for 1750, 150. Yeah, let's go for 150 units. All right, here we go. Let's get it. 31 minutes in. But let me know what you guys think. I appreciate all the support. You know, give me your critiques, your comments, the feedback down below in the description or the comments. But I have fun doing these. I really do enjoy playing different roulette systems and trying out different ways, different approaches. You know, there really is no secret sauce, so to speak, that I'm aware of. So these are all just a way to have fun and enjoy the game for different aspects or dynamics, concepts that you can play out. And roulette is a great game for that because with all the bets that you're given, you have a lot of options to do what we're doing with hedging and stuff like that. You know, you can't do that in blackjack. You can't do that in baccarat. I mean, I think you could use side bets if you really wanted to, but I don't think you could use it with the way the odds are presented or, you know, play out on the roulette table. It really is a unique game for that aspect alone, so I really do enjoy playing it. This was one of the first games in the casino that I really enjoyed playing. I like blackjack, but I really got into roulette a lot more than blackjack. There's just a lot more complexities that you can dive into if you want. All right, let's go. High dozen, high dozen. 10. All right, we were just getting all those hedge hits. That's all right, though. Keeping us alive. And once again, I mean, if you were playing just the double dozens right now, you would have had 2 losses in a row right there. So something to keep in mind, but you also would have had more wins before, so it would have offset somewhere, but I'm not sure. You'd have to run it back to see where we would be or how we'd end up, but let's see if we can go ahead and get a hit here. 150 on the first half, 150 on the third dozen. But, you know, I really do prefer to play, like in a scenario like this, I would rather go $1 on half the table and 50 cents on the third dozen, and then get half the table as your hit rate, and get a 33% gain. But at the same time, these ETGs won't allow, oh, look at that. Oh, we get a hedge hit. Oh my God. I had a mild heart attack there. Sometimes I forget. I just assume in the vicinity of the 19 or 24, you know, if it's 18 or 25, sometimes I get that little heart drop. But so once again, that's a third hedge hit. We're going for the fourth spin. We're going for that hit. We're going to get it. We're feeling confident. 25 to 36. Let's make it happen. Send me your love. Send me your vibes. Let's go. And I guess I'm basically using this system to show you how you can recover with it. We haven't really gained much. We were up like, what, 75 cents at one point, but, you know, we're basically essentially using it as a way to recover our bets. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. That was weird. That just, like, found that. All right, so we are at 1450. We're going to have to do some adjusting again. 1450, what do we want to be at? I think we want to be at 17. All right, let's go. Let's get it. Come on. Yeah, 17 will put us at. Let's go. Let's get it. Third dozen, high dozen. Come on. Make it happen. Let's go. Ooh, I've seen it do that before. I've seen it go back to back. We got lucky there. It spared us. Oh man, that was dirty. Almost dirty. All right, we're gonna go 250, 250. There is a way that you can actually play half the table with, it's not exactly a hedge, you have to go 1 unit shy, but this will let you go 1 unit shy on a third dozen if you play this. So you could do, what is it, $2 and then 50 cents. So if you win up here, you're gonna gain 150, so you'll be down 50 cents in the end. But it will allow you to do that. It just gets a little dicey with the progression. It adds up really fast when you're trying to make up units, and I think that's why they allow you to do it. All right, positive vibes. Let's get that high dozen. Come on. High dozen, high dozen. Oh, there we go. All right. I thought it was going to zero us, but woohoo, we get it. All right, that's a nice one. So we're back. We are at $17, and now let's go. I think we need to go for that 175 mark. It's eluded us so far. Let's see if we can make it happen. Trying to end this video. It is 35 minutes in. If I go over 45 minutes or an hour, I tend to lose the files and then they're gone forever for some reason. And they take up space on my phone and I can't find them. So let's see if we can do it here. Come on, high dozen. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to split this up into 2 parts or end this and then go to part 2. High dozen, high dozen, high dozen, high dozen. Come on. All right, there we go. 28. Nice job. We should just went for it. All right, look at that. So we are back to 1875. We have been here before. Let's go 150, 150. It would be a miracle if we can get 3 in a row, but we're gonna gun for it. Let's make it happen. 36 minutes in, and we are doing we're targeting a single dozen and using half the table as a hedge. Oh no, what's going on there? That was close. I'm glad I pulled that off. As I was saying and I was looking at it, I was like, wait a minute, that's not a hedge. All right, so we pulled it off. We are using, gunning for the single dozen, which is the third dozen, and using the first half as a hedge. Let's see if we can, with a progression. We were adding in the beginning, but now we're trying to dig ourselves out. All right, oh no, not all right. Every time we get to this point, for some reason I thought that was the 28. Unreal. Just keep getting hammered down. And this shows the flaw in the system right now too, you know. So let's see, if we go for 2, we'll be at 1775. 2, 2. All right, let's go 225 each. Let's go, we're gonna get that third dozen. Here we go, 1125 in play. We should have just went for it before. We should have just went for it now, but we're gonna get a 29 right here. I'm still feeling that 29, let's go. 40 minutes in. Can we make it happen? But yeah, this is a grindy kind of system. All right, there we go. We should have just went for it. I told you. But what I do like the control that you get with it. That's the one thing, is it feels like I'm really in control, except for when you start going a lot deeper than you want. But you know what? Let's go 125. 125. We're gonna try to end this, close it out in 2 hits. We're feeling good. We're feeling positive. We've demonstrated hitting the gas, hitting the brakes. We've demonstrated the progression. If you get some hedge hits, you can add to it. But, you know, as you saw, we went pretty deep pretty quick. And with the limited bankroll that we started with, I started with 10 and added 10, so we started with 20. The progression can get out of control if you're not watching it. So high dozen, high dozen. There we go. Nice. All right, we should just went for it. What am I doing? All right, so that puts us at 1925, and one of the reasons why I slowed down to that amount was so that we could basically drop down to, not the base unit, 25 cents, but we're back down to $1. So if something bad happens here, we're not right back in uncomfortable territory. We could still go for it right from here. So once again, kind of using the brakes there to be able to determine where we're gonna be and what course of action we'll need to take to get to where we want to go. So let's see what we can do here. 39 minutes in. Let's get that win. We're gonna print that ticket. Give us a high dozen. Let's go. Come on. Oh, we get the hedge hit. And like I said before, what we did, we were adding units, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. Actually, you know what? Why not? What's the difference between 25 cents or not? Let's go 125. We're adding a base unit to it, so we did get the hedge hit. Let's see if we can get a win here. This will put us at $20.50. We will print our ticket. We will have demonstrated the dynamics of the system. basically as a recovery system, more so than a profit system right now. But we'll come back and we'll do it. We'll get in the profit, and I'll show how it works out when it does work out. But it's good to see the reality of what can happen when you do try these systems. You know, I do them one take, raw, unedited, and I plan on posting them no matter what happens, so you guys will get to see it. Oh, zeroed. Look at that. And that's why it's good to drop down a little. You can kind of mitigate some of that. And now let's go. I think if we went, what, 2? Let's go 2. Once again, we're going to need 2 more hits, but this will put us at 1875. Actually, let's do this. It worked for us before. Will it work for us again? Let's see what can happen. Come on. Show us the love. Send me your love. Send me your vibes. Like and subscribe. I appreciate all the support. Plan on making lots more roulette videos in the coming future, so stay tuned. Let's get that high dozen. 29, where are you? Oh, 17, we got robbed again. Oh, no, what am I talking about? See, that's the heart drop thing. When it's that close to the numbers, and sometimes I forget, basically what happens is sometimes I'll play this half with that dozen, so, you know, I get nervous whenever the middle of the table hits or I get a heart drop. I just like to see the first or third dozen hit. That way I know I'm good. But, all right, let's go. Let's get it here. Third dozen, come on. Give us the love. 2 in a row. We need 2 in a row. Let's make it happen. We're at 41 minutes. I don't want to cut this off. Let's go. Come on. High dozen. High dozen. Oh, where were you? Now we get done dirty. Nope. All right, so we're going for it again. Redo. And once again, I did that hard drop again. I don't know why. I get it whenever it hits the middle of the table for some reason. Even though I know, subconsciously, I know I got it covered because we're playing the half, but that middle of the table just scares me. But I do, when I play live, I do the half table with a 1 dozen hedge. So I'll do, you know, at South Point, basically what I'll do is I'll go 3 to 2. All right, let's go. Let's get it, come on. High dozen, high dozen, high dozen. 29, where are you? There we go, 26, we'll take it. Keeping us in there. Should have just went for it. And if you're aggressive, feel free to go for it. But, you know, I'm more on the conservative type. I like to, it's all about money management and playing the lowest stakes possible to allow yourself a chance for victory. You know, the more units you go in with, and the more you understand your approach, the better chance you have to walk away a winner, especially if you're not trying to go after, you know, insane gains. If you're just going for 25% win, 50% win, it's very doable. If you use proper bankroll management combined with money management, and you find a system that works for you to accomplish what you're trying to do, you can do it. All right, another high one, come on. Are you kidding me? Oh, no, we got it. We're good. See? I did it again. It's so funny. It's so weird. But yeah, I just play so much all the time. I mean, we're gambling every day. I'm playing roulette. I'm playing craps a lot lately. That seems to be the game that I like. If you guys are roulette players and you haven't checked out craps, check out some of my other videos. I was a little shy to play it at first because of the complexity, but once you understand all the bets, I really like it. I look at it as a chess, the chess of gambling. So, but it just switches it up. Variety is the spice of life. It keeps things fresh, keeps you excited, and then you can play something else, and you come back when you're missing something like roulette. You know, so. Here I am, back at roulette table, hungry for the win, ready to get it. Let's go. There we go, we get it. Awesome. So, we are going to take that to the bank. We are 44 minutes in. I don't want to let it go too much higher, so after all that work, we are back up to 2025. We are in for 20. We managed to come away with a profit. And once again, we are at Boulder Station Casino, Las Vegas, Nevada. And we've gone after a single dozen and used half the table as a hedge. And we added, in the beginning, to every time we got a hedge hit, we added a little, so you guys could see how that works out. But once again, we had to dig out from behind rather than, you know, coming out ahead from the beginning. So I'll come back with another one. Check it out. Once again, in for 20, out for 2025. Like and subscribe. I appreciate all the support. Until next time.